10 secrets you missed in Disney's Encanto. Disney's Encanto, the new magical movie of Disney that looks absolutely fantastic. Encanto is the new animated story of Disney Studios that will immerse us in a world full of music, magical moments, happiness, and many more emotions that will make us feel every part of it. The word Encanto means charm in Spanish, but it also means spell. The creators of the movie played with the word to give it a double meaning, a charmful and beautiful spell, which is basically the movie's premise. Every aspect of the movie is magical and beautiful. The graphics and shining colors in the movie are stunning and super realistic, but still animated. Everything in Disney's Encanto looks perfectly aligned to create an unforgettable experience that will make you want to watch the second one as soon as this one ends. Encanto tells us the story of Maribel, a Colombian girl who lives with her family called the Madrigals, in a hidden and magical place located in the Colombian mountains called the Encanto. But Encanto is not an ordinary place in the mountains. Encanto is a fantastic place that gives each member of the Maribel family a unique and magical gift, like being able to talk with birds, being super strong, and a lot of other magical gifts. But for some reason, Maribel doesn't get a magical gift from Encanto. She's a typical human being with nothing special. But soon, a huge challenge affects Encanto and the magic of their house is in danger. So Maribel will have the opportunity to save the magic of the house in Encanto. In the process, she will live incredible and beautiful adventures that will show that her magical gift is being herself. But there are many secrets that you guys missed in the Disney's Encanto movie. Secrets that went past by you and you didn't pick up on because the movie is very dynamic and fun. So a lot of secrets that you may have picked up on slip out of your vision. So without further ado, let's get straight into the 10 secrets you missed in Disney's Encanto. Let's go, guys. Encanto is set in the beautiful country of Colombia, a country full of lushy mountains, beautiful nature, and amazing culture. And because of this, the directors wanted to emphasize something that you most probably didn't pick up on when you watched the movie. The characters' clothes. Every one of the characters' clothes in the movie represents a part of Colombia where that certain character is from. For example, in this scene where the kids are around Maribel, this kid here with the hat represents the coastal culture of Colombia, which is very known for their hats and great hospitality. This other kid here with a poncho represents the Santander culture in Colombia, known for their outlandish parties. And if we move to the next kid, we see that he has a hat and another type of clothing. Well, this is because this kid represents the Paisa culture, located in the coffee-growing axis of Colombia. And this other girl here represents the Choco department culture of Colombia, located in the south. So yeah, basically, the directors wanted to highlight the beautiful culture of Colombia by putting all of these cultures all together in the same movie. Like I said before, in this movie, we have a lot of references to the Colombian culture, a lot. Whether it's music, the clothing, the talking, etc., everything revolves around the Colombian culture. But in the movie, we see a very specific instrument a lot as well, and that is this one over here. At the beginning of the movie, we see that all the characters are having a good time, dancing, when we see that Maribel is handed a musical instrument that shrinks when you press it. Well, this dance she's doing here is called a vallenato, and it's a very famous and folkloric type of music in Colombia that is mainly played with an accordion, although other instruments may be used as well. Also, this type of dance is only played in the coastal cities and cultures of Colombia, not the center. And from what we know, the movie develops in the mountains located in the center of Colombia. So this is basically the directors again wanting to mix up the different and fresh cultures of Colombia in one single movie. Now, one of the many things we see in this movie is the yellow shiny butterflies. We saw them at the beginning of the Encanto trailer coming out of the house, and also in the movie when Maribel was singing about not having powers like the rest of her family. But what do these butterflies mean, and why aren't they in the movie? Well, they are a reference to the famous Colombian novelist Gabriel Garcia Marquez, a genius in the world of literature that changed Colombian literature forever. He was known for leaving yellow butterflies in each and every work of his as a symbol of the impossible love and happiness. For Gabriel, these yellow butterflies also symbolize freedom, which he greatly mentioned in his books. Because Gabriel is such a famous and recognized symbol of the Colombian culture and folklore, the directors wanted to give him a homage for his incredible contribution in the world of literature. One of the best scenes of the movie is the music fantasy where Maribel is taken through a magical world full of wonders by Louisel Madrigal. And here we can see a lot of secrets that you probably didn't see. First, we see a cruise ship where Maribel and Louise are at, and then we see an iceberg. Well, this is a clear-cut reference to the Titanic movie about the colossal cruise ship that sank after hitting an iceberg in 1912. And in this same scene, if we look in the back, we can see 3 donkeys playing the violin just like like in the Titanic movie, when the three guys were playing the violin while the cruise was sinking. Secondly, we see a scene where Luisa is holding a shield inside a coliseum on fire. This is a reference to Hercules, who we see after Luisa in the same scene, running away from a certain Cerberus that we also find in the Hercules movie made by Disney in 1997. So this scene was just Disney playing around with references of other movies in a bit of a funny way. Encanto is full of amazing and beautiful songs. It's most probably one of the Disney movies with the most original songs and most beautiful ones. But in one of these many songs in Encanto, we have one when Dolores is telling Maribel that she can hear Bruno at all times in the house even though he's not physically there. Maribel doesn't believe her, but Dolores tells her that she can always see him, sort of muttering and mumbling. Now, this song goes on too fast and maybe you didn't see the huge secret in it, but right when Dolores is singing and starts dancing with Maribel, if we zoom in the back, we can see none other than Bruno walking to the side upstairs. It's very subtle, but it's there. Then we see him with his commonly seen green eyes dancing with Maribel and Dolores with a hood on his head behind them upstairs, and the thing is, they don't even know he's there. And a lot of people didn't see the secret, but Dolores was right. Bruno is always in the house even though sometimes they can't see him. One of the best characters of the entire Encanto movie is without a doubt Felix, mainly because of how much of a good and funny person he is. He's the cool uncle that everybody has in his family. But there is a big secret about Felix in this movie that makes us understand him a lot better, and that is his clothes. Yes, in the movie we can see him wearing a yellow type of clothing, but if we zoom into the neck of his yellow shirt, we see mountains. Well, in conceptual art, this represents emotional stability, which is basically what he gives to the people around him. Also, the colors of his clothes are made to distinguish him from the direct lineage of Maribel, the main character of the movie. The family of Felix and Peppa all wear warm colors, while the family of Maribel has cool colors. Augustine, Maribel's dad, the man that changes Maribel's life and is known in the movie as someone who loves his family and daughters immensely, just like Felix. He's married to Isabella Madrigal, and the poor guy has an outstanding amount of bad luck. But something that characterizes him the most is that he's always positive. Even when the magic went off in Encanto, he was still positive about it, and he was positive that he was gonna come back. This made everyone who watched the movie like him so much and really kinda have a bond with him. Now, just as Felix, Augustine has a very peculiar way of dressing, and his clothes reveal to us a lot more than we can actually see at first sight. If we zoom into his chest, we see a flower. This represents his love for his daughter Isabella. And if we go back to the scene where he's caught in a bee nest, we see his socks, and one sock represents Luisa, his other daughter, and lastly, the queen of the movie, Maribel, and the other sock. This makes us see that Augustine loves his daughter so much and values his family over everything in the movie. Such a great character, to be honest. One of the most common symbols we see in this movie are the beautiful and blossoming pink flowers. They're amazing and add a fresh look to the movie. These pink flowers, paired with the great detail of them, is what makes Encanto such a great movie to watch. The flowers are so important that we see them right at the beginning of the movie when everyone is dancing and the guys are carrying a basket full of them behind them. We also see them in the facade of the Encanto mansion and a plethora of other places. But why? Why is this flower always here, and why do we see it so much? Well, it's called a bougainvillea, and it actually exists in real life. It's a beautiful pink, big, and good-smelling flower that can only be found in the south of America, specifically Colombia, where Encanto obviously takes place. In Colombia, they're known as vereneras, and they're a great symbol of the Colombian culture. That's why in the making of Encanto, the directors wanted to emphasize on this mesmerizing flower of Colombia that lights up the mood of everyone that sees it or smells it for the first time. Probably the best and most relatable character of the movie is Camilo. Camilo is the child of Peppa and Felix, and let's say that it's kind of a character, to be honest. Camilo is often referred to as a theater kid for his goofy and energetic personality, making the life of Maribel more happy. Camilo is a character that likes to joke a lot, and the power that he was given to by Encanto was shape-shifting. He has the ability to change into whatever he touches, thus making situations funnier and taking advantage of them fully, like he always does in the movie. Now, one secret that's hidden in Camilo's life is his name. His name Camilo wasn't given to him randomly. This is because Camilo is a Spanish name that sounds like chameleon, the animal that he's mostly associated with because of his powers. Camilo was also named after a certain Camilo Garcia, who was the guide for the Encanto staff and team in Colombia, a town man whom they wanted to give a homage to by giving his name to one of their characters. And well, my guys, that's all the dose of DJ there is for today. I really hope you guys liked this video and liked all the secrets in Disney's Encanto. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you liked it, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one, my guys. Peace!